Focus today is going to be on assessment strategies. Let me just introduce myself first. Hi, there's me. I'm Stephanie Murray, and I am in the ed tech realm of teaching. I work with a couple universities and WGCU, all about ed tech. And in recent weeks, with speaking to teachers across the country, it seems like assessment during this virtual learning realm is a challenge, to put it lightly, between tests, between report cards, progress reports, speaking with parents. It's a strategy that they are kind of needing a little help on. And so our focus today will be how PBS Learning can help you, both with formal assessment and informal kind of fun assessment, and then a broader range of student-based activities that you can use for assessment. I see some chat features I'm going to do my best to monitor. Hi, Lucinda, welcome back. So glad you're joining us. Again, feel free to introduce yourself as you're joining us on the chat feature, and I will do my best to monitor any questions that come through today. So I just wanted to throw out a couple of fun, new, exciting things before we dive onto the website. Fresh off the presses, we have new backgrounds for video chats. These are PBS Kid related, so your kiddos, either you as a teacher or on the personal side, connecting to folks from far away. These are backgrounds that have been designed by PBS Kids. There's everything from Arthur, Daniel Tiger, Wildcrats. So I can get rid of my little props behind me and shift over to a cute background that can appear. Head on over at PBS Kids for Parents or through the WGCU. We can certainly show you. They're free. You can download them, and they're kind of a fun way to connect and have them in the chat. Hi, Ernst. How are you? All right. As always, I just want to mention our WGCU Kids site. You can see the URL there, and that will direct you to most of the resources you see here today. It can be your go-to place if you have questions or you thought something was cool on our session today. Head on over to there, and we will certainly have links that you can kind of find and navigate through. So that's the home base. One more thing, just to show you our weekly update for AtHome Learning channel. We understand that equity is an issue, especially with the digital age that we're in. Kids don't have devices, streamings are limited, data plans are limited. And so to that end, the stations in Southwest Florida and across Florida have designed AtHome Learning channel. We've switched up our regular sessions that you normally see on television, and now have plugged in a schedule of curriculum-based programming. Here's the week at a glance. You can kind of see the earlier younger learning is in the morning, followed by the more academic topics. And again, this all links up to curriculum that you can find on our website to expand on what they see on the television. So even if they don't have a device that you can reach them at, they can watch the shows on air on our regular PBS channel, and then you can connect it to activities for them. So just want to make sure we're all aware of that always. All right, before we jump in, I just want to give a moment for anyone. If you've used the PBS Learning Media, feel free to unmute yourselves now, tell us how it went, or head over to the chat section. We'd love to hear some feedback, or if you have some questions on how it's been going. I'll pause for a minute to let you kind of introduce yourselves or share something with us. And if there's nothing, we'll keep moving. So here's just a moment for you to kind of take the floor if you need it. Okay, cool. So feel free, you can always reach out. So let's move forward for our assessment strategies on PBS Learning Media. I'm going to share my screen so that we can walk through the site together. And it should be loading any moment. There we go. All right, so welcome back to PBS Learning Media, your site and your destination for thousands of educational video, interactives, lesson plans that you can use remotely for free. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is a fantastic tool that has everything, all the subjects we have, you can see here, science, social studies, math, all the way from preschool up to K-12 and beyond. There's professional development. All of these topics have subtopics. You can search by grade, you can see there, or you can search by standard. We talked about our first session. When you log in, again, it's free. You just need your name, email, a password, and your zip code. By providing your zip code, everything becomes tailored to your location. So all of my things are going to pop up as Southwest Florida. And one example of that is right on my home screen. I'm going to shift down a little. And you can see here the award-winning series and collections. The second one in is Discover Central Florida. So they're already starting to tailor the content I see based off my location, which is very helpful. Let's dive in and look at those assessment strategies. Rather than searching through the navigation bar up top, I'm going to do a search. I just picked this. I hope I'm not jinxing anything. I'm going to do the effects of a hurricane. Woo! It just popped up. Actually, it was featured on the main site, and I dug around and found it. So hopefully we don't need to worry about this on top of the wildfires and on top of the COVID. But I did want to show you this as an example. Look, there's 2,500 search results. All of these are filtered. You can search by grade, by subject, etc. I'm going to click on the first one. The effect of sea surface temperatures on hurricane. Automatically, I know this is geared for grades 6 through 12. It's related to climate literacy, so it's part of that collection. There's some more videos on the right-hand side that I might like. But this looks good to me. As a teacher, I see that it's downloadable. If my children do not have streaming services or data plans that they can watch video, perhaps there's a way that you can download it, mail them something, they can pick it up at school so they can get this video content. Another nice feature, we always want to talk about accessibility. This one is captioned, closed captioned in both English and Spanish. So as the video plays, the closed captions will appear, which is helpful. I also want to point out the support materials. There's background, there's discussion questions, teaching tips, and a handout, all available for you based off this one video. Excellent, right? Again, going back to that location, they know I'm in Florida, so right in front of me are the Florida state standards that apply to this activity. Couldn't get any easier. It really is super simple. So let's say I wanted to save this and make it a favorites. We talked about your dashboard. By clicking favorites, I'm going to go up. And I will be able to see it right there for me. Our last session, you can certainly relate back to the video that was recorded. We talked about the lesson builder and building a classroom, how you can easily share this out to the kids. And today we're going to focus on the next three, the quiz maker, storyboard, and puzzle builder. These are kind of the fun tools for assessment, which is great. Let's start with the quiz builder. I'm going to click it. Let's do the icon on the right. It'll take me to the same spot. So let's say I had the kids do a unit on hurricane season, and I wanted to quiz them. I can do it right through the PBS LearningMedia portal. It's simple. 3 easy steps. It walks you through it. A title. So let's do effects of sea temp on hurricane. Something like that. I would need to have an introductory slide. So let's say I want to say, take this quiz. Okay, and now is my chance to build out this quiz right in here. You might recognize some of these features from the lesson builder tool, but this is pulling out that assessment strategy on its own. So it gives you a few options. You can fill in the blank, multiple choice, short answer, true or false, or essay question. Up to you how many you want to put or include on your quiz. For today, I'm just going to add one simple one. Are the effects of weather or temperature. Okay. Real simple. It was an essay question. And I'm going to do save and assign. It pops up my options to assign this to my class. We can either share the link out or I can send them a code. And remember, on that student user interface, all they have to do is copy that right in there and the assignment will come up. For today, I'm just going to hit assign to class. Here's my sample class that I did. Oh, yeah, I'm going to assign it to me. Oh, I think I already signed it to me, but maybe assign and OK. And voila, my students in that class already have that quiz available to them. If they're logged into my class, they're already joined either through Google Classroom or through the code I sent them. They've gotten a push notification that there is a quiz waiting for them. I drop down my menu, and as a teacher, I can see when it has been assigned. What does it look like on their end for the quiz? Let's head back. I'm going to close that out. These three dots give you some more options. When we click on them, there we go. View as a student. So rather than signing into a student portal, you can already see what they're doing. So they're going to type their name, test, hitting start, and look, here is my instructions. Take this quiz. And then I can see how they will view it on their side. All right, so again, it's similar to that lesson builder tool, but this is more structured on formal assessment strategies. Once the students have answered, it'll go back and you'll be able to see it back under that quiz assignment. I can see I'm already starting to build a few things. This is where it might be helpful to add to my folders to break down this material. You can send different assessments, different topics. You can folder each one so it's not so bombarded on your desktop or your dashboard. All right, so that's great. I made a formal assessment. That might help kids, easy for them to track. They can do it. This is mobile friendly, so they can certainly pull open their phones and take that quiz on their phone, or desktop friendly as well, traditionally. Let's do this puzzle builder for a little more fun strategy for assessment. We love them. I love them. I don't know about when you were a kid, but the idea of crosswords and word searches always seemed like a fun way to kind of get those quiz questions without feeling like a formal quiz. Well, PBS LearningMedia allows you to do that. It's kind of that formal, fun strategy here. And they label them as puzzles. Again, simple 3 parts. I'm just going to do real quick. Testing. I would add instructions, here. And there's 2 options they give you for the puzzles, word search or crossword. So kind of fun, right? In order to create a crossword, all you need to do is type a word, use the slash, and then answer the clue. And you would do it 1 per line. I just made some real quick related to my hurricane video. So here's some vocabulary terms, which a lot of the videos already have a vocabulary list in the support materials. So you might already have that done for you, so you can just copy and paste it right into here. Again, I've read, save and assign. And let's see what it looks like on the student interface. Let's assign to a class. I'm going to assign it to that session 2. Oh, this girl's getting a lot of homework tonight, isn't she? View as student, and let's see what this looks like. Oh, okay. Wouldn't you know it? Uh-oh. I think it's because I have to actually go on the student side, and they will navigate it from there. For time's sake, I'm not going to do that, but let's click on it, make sure it's logged in. Okay, make sure everything looks good. So it is assigned, no results yet. And if I typed that link up there into the student portal, I would be able to see the quiz. So sorry about that, but you can certainly try it and you'll be able to see it on their end. I wanted to kind of take a peek at other assessment tools. So we have the quiz maker, the formal quiz questions. We have the puzzle builder, that kind of step back and making it more of a fun topic. I wanted to tease what we're going to look at next week, and that's creating your own. I've heard from a lot of teachers that they're trying to come up with projects for the kids to do over the course of a few weeks or, a few sessions. And there are some professional footage available. Next week, we're going to show where you can find that professional footage and how kids can create their own documentaries based on the PBS footage. They can add voiceover narration, they can edit it, they can add text to it, they can add support materials, and then how you as a teacher can use that assignment with the graded rubric that's attached to it. I did want to, so that's next week, come back for student-created assessment strategies and student-created videos, which takes it to the next level. One more thing, I don't think we've mentioned it. In response to the COVID-19 crisis, PBS has put together some resources. You can see here, it's a collection that might help your kids or the parents or principals that you work with. It's bilingual, so all the material has a Spanish content site that accompanies this. And it's kind of tips and tricks, lesson plans based on the grade right here. So, it's going to pull up science material, math material, all related to this and how you can talk to your kids about it. So I encourage you to check out this site. I want to go back real quick and just check if there's any questions so far. Please feel free to use the chat feature right now or unmute yourself. Anything you've seen with the quiz maker, puzzle builder, or looking forward to the create your own documentary, now's the time. Feel free to jump in there and ask. No? All right, I don't see anything in the chat. So I'm just going to take it back one more time to walk through, make sure you look at it. Again, to find those assessment strategies would be in your dashboard. Pulling it up under assessments or under certain folders, you can easily create a folder by dropping it down, and you can, create it by class, create it by content, drop everything in a folder so it just organizes it a little easier. Since we do have an extra minute, I want to show you the storyboard. That might help you as well. It's similar to the lesson builder, but it doesn't have that quiz component. So you can assign for students. You can think of it as like a Pinterest board where you're pulling all of these different resources, these videos, these lesson plans, and putting them into one location. And then from there, you're able to share that drive. So you can just easily hit create storyboard. And again, there's 3 simple steps. Really, they don't go beyond 3 steps, which makes it easy for me and for you. And you just kind of drag and drop what you want in here. You can change the background so it's kind of a different color, gets them jazzed about what they're about to do. You can include the media, again, dragging and dropping from your favorites. And really what you're just designing is a user face for the kids to look at and see all these different video clips and text that go along with them. So it's kind of like an interactive whiteboard in a way. Again, you would be able to save it and assign it easily to all the classes that you have set up. All right, any last minute questions? I don't see anything in our chat window right now, so that's great. I want to encourage you to join us next week as we go through that student-created Create Your Own documentary and project-based learning for kids. So it really kind of puts the creation in their end rather than you making the materials and making the lessons. It puts it on them, which is kind of fun and gives them a task and gives them a purpose and builds that creativity. Join us next week. Reach out, WGCUkids.org is your destination to find this and all of our material. Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you next Thursday at 4 o'clock. Bye.